Tom, the Bears are alone in first place in the division for the first time since Tiger Woods won a golf tournament. 2013, wow. We are in the Wayback Machine today.
We are.
But wow, this Bears team needs to play better if they want to stay there.
Yeah, it feels good though, doesn't it?
It does.
I mean, this wasn't a thing of beauty, but I'll ask you this question. Do you think the people in Minnesota and the folks in Green Bay would like an ugly W today? I think they would. These all count. Obviously, there are some things that need to be cleaned up, and we can go through a long list of those issues. But right now, you have to feel good about going to the desert and finding a way to win a game. And most importantly, now look, most importantly, your young quarterback's got to improve. But you have an elite caliber defense where the sky is the limit. What do you have to ask them to do? Close out an inferior opponent. And that's what we saw them do at the end of this game. The defense stepped up and shut the door on Josh Rosen and the Cardinals.
Yeah, 14-0 lead for Arizona. What were they able to do early, and did the defense make adjustments?
Well, they had to. I mean, this defense, as good as they can be at times, still hasn't thrown a full game, you know. Look, the first quarter they gave up 14 points. I think they were caught on their heels, and they had a couple of missed assignments. I think they were looking at Danny Trevathan in coverage, and they were able to exploit some things they saw. And then the pass rush heated up Sam Bradford, made him uncomfortable. And then the Bears defense just did what they should have done, which was overwhelm an inferior offense. This was an offense that came into this game averaging 175 yards and 3 points per game. So the fact that the Cardinals came out and scored 14 in the first quarter had all of us upstairs wondering what the heck is going on.
Yes, indeed. We do know that Khalil Mack is really good at football. He continues to have incredible impact.
Yes, he has had a huge impact, and I think he's only going to continue to bring good things to this defense. He's also provided a tremendous amount of deodorant to the offense. I mean, there are some tough questions that I'm sure are going to be asked if that offense continues to struggle. But what Khalil Mack does is he allows you to be even more patient with your young quarterback. Now, that's a double-edged sword, because I know there are some people now that are saying, hey, listen, we've got an elite type of defense. We can win now. Well, you can only win now if the offense starts to pull its weight. And right now, they're not doing that. They scored 16 points again today. So week 1 against the Packers, they scored 16. Week 2 against the Seahawks, the offense scored 17. And again, they scored 16 tonight. So they're going to rank near the bottom of the NFL in scoring through 3 weeks. But look, I pledged patience when the season begun. The defense is further along than I thought they'd be, because I didn't anticipate the acquisition of Khalil Mack. But they're going to have to clean up some things on the other side of the ball if some of those lofty expectations are to be met.
Yeah, so, I mean, full disclosure, offense did not look like it progressed today. Mitchell Trubisky, what did you see?
I see a young man who still isn't comfortable playing quarterback in the league. You know, and I see a coordinator / head coach that does a really nice job trying to get his young quarterback comfortable. Now, we can also talk about Matt's inexperience with timeouts. I thought that was an issue today, but he's in a position of having to learn some things as well. But I saw a quarterback that, look, the one thing that bothers me most is the inaccuracy, because we were talking about this a little bit earlier. There are some things that he's going to struggle with just because he is inexperienced. Accuracy is not one of those things. We've seen each week Taylor Gabriel running free through a secondary, basically open for a touchdown. He missed a skinny post to Allen Robinson today. He sailed a fade route to Allen Robinson as well. The deep ball just isn't a very good part of his game. Accuracy is not something, in my humble opinion, that's really improved upon just because you become experienced. That's a flaw. How much can he improve on that? I think there can be some improvement, but it's a concern for sure. Okay,
so next week they get the Buccaneers. How do they make this a winning streak?
Well, I think you have to continue to heat up the opposing quarterback, and you know, Fitzmagic comes to town, and it's not just Ryan Fitzpatrick who's doing some magical things. They have some playmakers in that offensive huddle, so they're a threat to score some points on you. Now, I think it'll be a great battle. Our front seven against their offensive line and their quarterback as we try to pressure him into some mistakes, because even really good quarterbacks are affected by pressure. Our offense, more than likely, is going to have to carry their weight more than they have the first 3 weeks because of the explosive nature of what the Bucs can do on their offensive side of the football. So if this win streak is going to extend to 3 games, the offense is going to have to look a whole lot better than we saw today.
And we know Mitch is big into what can I do better. What will he
Stop throwing it to the other team.
Well, yeah, no doubt. What will he see, though, on the film? Is it his footwork? What does he need to work on the most?
I think everything, really, to be honest with you. I think some of the throws are inaccurate because his mechanics break down at times. I think that he still struggles to process what he's seeing. Some of that can be improved upon based on experience, but look, I wish I had the magic elixir. This isn't college. This isn't the high school level. You're an NFL quarterback, and albeit a young one, and this is kind of new territory for you, but when you're selected the second overall pick, the expectation levels are fairly high. So, look, the kid still does some nice things, but there's a whole lot there to clean up for sure. Look at the film. Try to, clean up some of those issues. Get on the same page with your coach, who does a really nice job accentuating what he does well. But they need to see growth, no question.
Okay, more surprising. Bears in first place, Tiger winning.
Wow. I did not think Tiger Woods would ever win again because of the surgery. No golfer's ever come back from a spinal fusion. Now, I have made a bet with somebody, Mark Silverman, that he'll never win a major. Today wasn't a major, but it was an enormously impressive victory. Tiger Woods has been my favorite athlete for a stretch of period, and what he did was just fantastic for a long period of time. My one sports wish for 2018 was to see Tiger Woods win a major. It didn't come true, but it came close. So I would actually say 3 weeks into the football season, I'm more surprised. If you told me 2 months ago, if you asked me that question, I'd say Tiger winning. But if you asked me this a couple weeks ago, based on how well he's been playing, I may have sided with the Bears.
Okay, well, a lot of Bears fans said, I just want to see my team in first place. Well, there it is. Enjoy it.
Yes,
Who knows how long it'll last. Tom, thanks.
Okay.
Hey, if you like that video, be sure to subscribe to our ABC7 Chicago YouTube channel.